I'm giving myself 6 months to write, shoot, edit, and deliver a high concept feature film completely solo. To survive the 180 days, we are going to have to strip down a lot of the luxuries of making movies and have this bare bones, getting straight to the heart of it, telling a good story. I've done some rather stupid things in my life, and this might be one of them. I've spent the last 20 years or so trying to figure out how to make a big budget looking film for low to no budget. And so a lot of that has been stripping down excess fat that you're used to on big Hollywood productions and only going for the necessities to save money so that your film can show a profit on the back end. My big dream is to help start a fan owned, artist first movie studio. And so, if I can figure out this workflow, this just might be the foundation to make that happen. One thing that I always say, you have to start with distribution. If you know what your end goal is, you'll have a better, clearer way in how to get there. Theatrical, big budget, epic might need a lot more resources than something that people are going to watch on their phone or on YouTube or a streamer. So, having those expectations early on is going to really help in defining what type of story we're going to tell. Because this is a solo film, it eliminates a lot of the excess ideas that you might have. Traditional film festivals becomes a lot of marketing. It might be like a theatrical release, but you are going to lose more money than you are going to make in those worlds. I think the end goal for something like this would be to land on a streamer. But with that being said, I always attempt to achieve a theatrical level quality. So that's going to be the bar we set with the idea that streamers is where we're going. The big picture, stepping back, is a fan owned movie studio, fan owned artist first movie studio. And so if we can strip back a lot of these extra elements, we'll be able to save money on the production side so that more money can be saved on the back end, which then goes to both the artists and the fans who own the studio. And if this model works, it just might be a foundation for the studio to begin. We'll go streaming route with the potential of a theatrical road to get there. I'm sure you've all heard of this book, but the legendary book by director Robert Rodriguez, Rebel Without a Crew, talks not about writing a story and then finding the pieces to make that story, but looking at what you have and writing a story about what you have. So that is the approach I'm going to take here. I have access to a garage, a backyard, a living room, cars, the studio space. If this is a solo film, it's got to be one actor. Knowing that you have these resources that you have to keep track of, I started building a production software that's going to help me with budgeting, tracking, development, tasks, all of that, my resources. But that was based off of a budgeting spreadsheet that I want to make available to you to help you with your projects. So check out the link below, grab that, drop in your email, and you'll be kept up to date on all of the happenings with the fan-owned movie studio. Once we get to a certain number of people interested, then we'll go to phase 2. So check the link below for that. Now that I have my list of resources, Western gear, wardrobe, prop weapons, garage, living room, studio space, backyard, a couple cars, that is going to be my parameters. That is what I'm going to write my story around. One thing that I am going to be doing on this story is I'm going to be writing segments and then sharing with you ideas or scenes cut together to see if there's ways in which we can adjust the character, which characters should be dropped, which ones should be pursued. And this is something that we can develop together. I'll share more as that goes along. It's going to be a heavy next 30 days as I start writing this script as fast as I possibly can without compromising quality as much as possible. By running this inventory checklist, my boundaries have now been created. The story has to feature a primary actor in 1 to 2 locations. It has to have a strong character arc, story beats that pack a punch, probably no major visual effects because I'm doing that right now and holy cow, it takes forever. The other thing is I'm going to have to rely heavily on cinematography, lightings to make things dynamic and engaging. And sound design. Sound design is a thing that's often overlooked. I do have access to a composer, or maybe I'm able to compose the music myself. So that would be the exception of the solo. And the final thing is you've got to keep your characters' performances or your actors' performances up to par. And that may be one of the hardest things. Sound is going to keep your viewers in. Cinematography might keep them interested, but if it's a bad performance, whoo, that's a lot. If by some chance money comes in, we will move from the one actor, one crew, everything into a cast, which would be nice. That'd be very great. The ultimate goal here isn't just to make one movie, it's to completely dismantle this idea of spending hundreds of millions of dollars and focusing on the core essentials and telling stories that grip people, engage them, and potentially even move them. If this is a successful endeavor, then we have a blueprint of making movies fast, sustainable, that are engaging and people want to watch. This next 180-day challenge is really just phase one. So hit subscribe so you can follow along with the development and check back next week to see where we're at. And leave a comment with your list of gear that you use for solo filmmaking. Maybe I can learn something, pick up some pointers. All right, now back to work.